It's just coffee and vodka. Espresso martini. That's all it is.
Two of my favorite things.
Coffee and alcohol. There's nothing better. There's no better things in the world.
Especially during a Chelsea game.
Yeah. Oh, hello and welcome to another wonderful episode of the Red, White, and Blues podcast. Hope you all enjoyed that perfect segue into this episode from Jason from our cold open. That was chef's
Your
kiss.
Realization of it was my favorite part. As you bring up your coffee and vodka mug happening right now.
Hey, this is just pure decaf coffee in here because it is
decaf.
Cold. It's too
getting a little old there.
Dude, you want to know? Let me tell you the story that happened to me this afternoon. My age. Just air this for the whole world to hear. Yeah. So recently turned 40. I'm sitting in my chair watching Severance. Beautiful show. Thank you for the recommendation, Jason. With my wife, and I'm sitting there, and I stretch my foot out and catch a cramp in my calf muscle, and it will not go away. And I'm like, Amanda, come over here. Push on my foot. Push on my foot.
Oh, no.
Are you cramping? Are you getting old and cramped? Like, yes, just get the dang cramp out of my calf muscle.
Get this man a banana.
Something. I need some more potassium, I guess, because I would. Oh man, not.
You got to do your stretches before you sit on the couch, man.
I guess I got to stretch, eat more bananas, which I don't like bananas. So whatever.
Dude, the amount of times I literally, Daniel and I are pretty tall guys. But the amount of times I bend over and throw out my back, just bending over, is insane. I got to work on my core.
That is my biggest fear. The older I get, like I was sick this past week, and so every time I sneeze, it's like, please don't throw my back out. Please don't throw my back out.
I know. Yeah,
it's a fear. It's a fear I have.
Sneezing is dangerous the older you get.
It is. But anyway, that concludes story time with Jason and Daniel. But he is Jason, and I'm Daniel, and we are the Red, White, and Blues podcast. But we are here to talk about Chelsea's first victory in over a month in the Premier League. Welcome back
We're
to
talking about some young kids finally getting a win in 2025.
With half our roster injured now.
Yeah, wait, who's all injured? I know that there was like a lot of doubts before this game, but I watched some highlights. I saw Cole Palmer was a doubt, but he was on the field.
Yeah, he played. Lavia's out. No, Colwell didn't play. Batty Sheelay's been out. Who am I missing? Lavia, Colwell.
Yeah.
There's somebody. Enzo.
I didn't get to watch this game.
Enzo was out.
Texted me. I didn't even get to text you. My wife's family was in town and we were doing shit. So I didn't even get to watch the game. I watched the last 15 minutes. By then it was over.
Yeah.
You never know it's over with Chelsea.
Yeah.
This version of Chelsea, but
that's true.
By then it was over. We just didn't know it. And so Needles time was the last 15 minutes per usual.
Well, it was one of those things I know somebody tweeted out during the match, or I tweeted out that, the announcers were pretty much talking like this match was over. And I'm like, well, these announcers have clearly not watched Chelsea play this year because they don't know anything. So,
all you have to do is watch the last 6 games, man.
That's true. Jesus. That is so true. But yeah, we beat Wolves, which, the thing is we should have beat Wolves. We should beat Wolves. They're bottom of the table. We can't beat Ipswich, who is bottom of the table, but we can beat Wolves. But I don't know. It is what it is.
Chalobah was in the lineup, though.
Chalobah was in the lineup, fresh off his loan spell cut short at Crystal Palace, and he looked infinitely better than DCC has ever looked in a Chelsea jersey. And that should be a lesson to the board. Don't try and force a player out and then take his number away from him in honor of that he wears in honor of his mother. So yeah, you bunch of assholes.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, I
agree. They're assholes.
They are assholes. I have some stuff to say about the board. I'll save that for later, though. But yeah, who scored? I don't remember who scored the first goal. I just wrote it down. I know Madueka scored the last one. Kukure scored the second one. Who scored the damn first goal in the match? I don't remember. Tosin. Striker Tosin.
Pinball. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it's Striker Tosin, who, if Maresca hasn't figured it out yet, is not a center back. Is clearly a striker.
Yeah. That was a great first touch by Tosin from that deflected pass by Reece James.
Yeah.
And he did a little fake out and then just slotted it home.
He did.
The wrong way. I mean, it all worked out according to plan. That goal
did. Exactly according to plan. So I don't know. Tosin's been playing really well lately. He had a really good. I mean, he's pretty much the reason we started winning the FA Cup match because he decided to shoot the ball. Because nobody else would, but Tosin's like, damn it, I will.
That's his first Premier League goal, right?
For Chelsea, I don't know if it's his first ever. I know it's his first for us.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah. I don't know if he's.
So he's opened his Chelsea account.
Yes, he opened his Chelsea account Premier League. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I guess we had the boneheaded blunder of the night by Bob again to let in the second goal. And I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point, Tom. He sucks.
I sent you a video for a very prominent Chelsea commentator. Very, very well-known Chelsea fan. And what was the quote?
Rory's quote.
I wasn't going to call him out.
I'll call him out.
Yeah. Anyway, it does seem in his video that he's just now coming to the realization. His quote was something like, "I'm just now realizing how vulnerable at the back we are."
We've been all season.
I was like, dude, we have not been a pro Bob podcast. We wax poetic about our defense every chance we get.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's been watching. Like it just if the realizations about this team are just now coming to you, like he talked about some of the things we talked about on here. I'm like, have us on the show, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, you've been saying this for months.
Yeah. He did say something that I liked though. He was talking about how the commentators of the game, they have like these really in-depth insights because they played the game for so long, like your Jamie Carragher's and stuff.
Yeah.
And so he was saying sometimes it's just simple. It's just a simple explanation for what's happening. And I was like, that's us.
Yeah, it is simple. Bob sucks. Yeah. He was Brighton's third string goalkeeper and went and bought him. It's pretty.
We are nothing. Yeah, exactly. We are nothing if not just an eye test here. And the eye test says we've been vulnerable at the back this entire season.
Yeah.
It just started biting us in the ass the last 6 games. So
yeah. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I mean, Maresca came out and defended him after the match. He said, because I think that is Bob's 4th blunder that has led to a goal this season. And Maresca said, well, you say 4, but how many has he saved us from? Which, I mean, is a valid argument. I mean, he has had some good saves, but at the same time, he can't keep. But why does he keep getting to make these mistakes?
I would have thought it was higher than 4. So silly me. But I think the reason I would think it was higher than 4 is because, and the ESPN crew alluded to this when they were talking about the game too. It's just like anytime Bob gets the ball, you can feel the tension.
Yep,
he's not trusted.
Everybody holds their breath.
Yes, exactly. And so he just does not instill any confidence back there. And that has to have an effect on the team.
Yeah, for sure.
Anytime they pass the ball back, anytime he's about to distribute, how many times has Bob kicked the ball out of bounds? How many times has Bob kicked the ball to the other team? How many times has Bob passed the ball to the other team that didn't result in a goal? How many times has he messed up our attack, our breaking moving forward? How many times does he bungle it just in general that doesn't lead to a goal? So, he does not instill confidence, so much so that the club said we're confident that his decision-making will catch up with his talent. Like, that just is an admission to me. and I'll never stop saying that this entire season. It's going to be like the whole Matt Law, Graham Potter came in halfway through the season. I don't know when 7 games was halfway, but whatever. Not even 7 Premier League games, but whatever. So, like, I'm just gonna wax on about that too, because I am nervous every time he gets the ball, every time he has it at his feet, every time he goes for a punch, every time he dives like to nowhere. Like, I'm not saying that Bob hasn't made some great saves. You would expect a goalkeeper at this level to make some great saves. I would also expect a goalkeeper at this level to not make me as nervous as they do. So that I'll end it there.
For sure. Interesting stat. So this year, Bob has had 20 appearances in the Premier League. He has 4 errors that have led to goals and 2 penalties conceded. So there's an interesting comparison online, Jason, to another Premier League keeper who has made 124 appearances in the Premier League, has also had 4 errors that led to goals and no penalties conceded. Do you want to guess who that guy is?
Petr Cech.
Kepa.
Oh, that's even. It's like, I was going for our best. We're going for guy
another
who was good experts. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like he's appeared in 100. He's appeared in 100. They compare all of Kepa's seasons to just Bob's this season, and he has just 4 errors as opposed to Bob having 4 just in this year. It just goes to show you how bad statistically he is. Like he's just not good. Like he's a good
amazing stat. That's amazing.
It is. He's a good shot stopper. I'll give him that. He has some good saves, but his distribution is terrible. I don't know what all he had to do was just pair the ball over the top of the goal. And we knew that Wolves were going to do that because they scored a goal from a corner a couple matches ago. Like that's what they were trying to do, was put the ball in the back of the net off the corner. So you knew it's coming. And like, do you not have a conversation if you're the goalkeeper coach with him about that? Hey, if the ball's coming in, let's let him go in. Just hit it over the back of the goal or punch it clear. Don't try and catch the damn thing. Like,
our set piece defending is already woeful. Like, we don't need to add a goalkeeper in there that can't keep the ball in his hands.
That's true. That is true. So yeah, we went into halftime pretty demoralized because I mean, in like the last 10 to 15 minutes of the first half was just Wolves attacking. Like, we had no control over the game. We scored the goal and lost all control of the match, which seems to be a theme with Chelsea. I don't know. It is who we are. It is who he is. It's who we are.
It's who he is, for sure.
It's who he is. That's right. It's who he is. Anyway, we're not very good at controlling matches with the lead. We're good when we don't have the lead or we're tied. Right. We're okay then. But boy, if we get the lead, we're just going to shoot ourselves in the foot 15 different ways from Sunday. So in various different ways, we're either going to concede or we're going to miss golden opportunities to score goals and put the match away. It's going to be one thing after another. I don't know, whatever. But here comes Mr. Cucurella to the rescue in the second half. Scores himself another goal, and he is best left back in the world. I mean, that's the prevailing thought on Chelsea X. So
best left backs ever to grace Chelsea. Cucurella is right up there with Ashley Cole.
Yep, there you go. It's like Ashley Cole, Cucurella right below. So,
Cucurella is hot on the tail. So
hot on the tail. So he's done Ashley.
Shit.
Oh man, yeah. So Cucurella saves us, and then Madueka is a selfish asshole toward the end of the game after Chalobah has a great header that's going in the goal, and Madueka is like, "No, Chalobah, I'm not going to give you the perfect return to the bridge. I'm not going to let you have this goal that was destined, that was written in the stars.
Yeah,
I'm going to be a selfish asshole, and I'm going to make sure it goes in the goal." And he did.
Yeah.
So
Chalobah, way to win the man of the match, though.
Yeah, he did. He had a great match. He was the reason he played a long ball over the top that the Wolves cleared out that led to the corner where Tosin scored.
Yeah.
He had the assist with Madueka, of course.
Well, that he just out jumped
the
Wolves guy over the top of him and just headed it on goal.
Yeah.
How amazing is it that we have a defender that has headed the ball on goal?
That is true.
Outside of Cucurella, we got two now.
We got another defender. So yeah, it's just it was good to see him back. He didn't have a Chalobah-esque moment. Maybe he's outgrown those.
Yeah, the loan was good.
The loan was good. The loan worked. So I don't know. He was the best player on the pitch from just about the start of the match because he made a really big tackle. Wolves were through on goal, and he chased the dude down from behind and made a great slide tackle early in the match. He played some great through balls.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and Chalobah had a great match. He looked like and Reese had a good match. There's a couple of them that had a really good match. I don't know.
I can look at Fop Mob's very scientific.
I'm just glad. I'm just glad we won.
Yeah, obviously had an 8.3.
Yeah.
But James also 8.3.
Yeah, Reese had a good game.
Tosin 8. Cucurella 7.9. Dewsbury Hall had 7.4. Caicedo 7.7. Mad 7.4, even with the goal. That's not good.
Yeah, he didn't have a great game until then.
Palmer 7.1. And then below sevens, we had Sanchez. I'll save him for last. We had Neto with the 6.5. So he got subbed in the 62nd minute to
Sancho. Yep.
And then Nico had a 6.9. So Nico needs to score.
Yep.
Nico
he definitely needs to score.
Need to freaking score. And then in our subs, Sancho had a 6.4, D-C 6.2, Gusto 6.7, Felix not rated, George not rated, and Sanchez bringing up the rear with a big fat 6.2.
Piece of shit.
Him and D-C both with the 6.2. Enough said. And that completes science corner. Yeah, ruined it. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Daniel.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just glad we're winning again, that we won, and that we're back to winning ways. Hopefully, even though we go into Manchester this weekend, fingers crossed, and they're actually pumping goals in the back of the net now.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll talk about that, I guess, at the end.
Good old Man City. That's not the time to play them.
Nope, not at all. But we're back up into the top 4 now of the Premier League. So there's that, I guess. We're 4th, 4 points behind Nottingham Forest and Arsenal, 10 points behind Liverpool now. So, whatever.
We're still in it.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep telling myself that. And like we said on this podcast about a month ago, probably, maybe a little longer, eventually Man City is going to start playing good. And it looks like they're starting to play good now. So,
yeah. Is it too little, too late for their title hopes?
Probably. Well, I don't think anything
to kick us out of the 4th spot.
Yes, for sure. For sure. I think it's definitely enough to kick us out of the 4th spot. We just got to hope that the top 5 get in. I mean, the thing is we're only 3 points from being 7th.
Yeah, that's crazy. It is really tight.
It is. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's a big match this weekend with them.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, we won. That's really all that matters in the end. So I don't know. That concludes.
Hey, this would be a whole different conversation going into Man City if we hadn't have won. Like, this makes this game even bigger. This makes this game even with more on the line.
Yep.
A lot of pride. We lost the first game of the season to Man City earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think this puts the stakes even higher, and we can see. Hey, we said at the start of this this new round of games, like, give us 5 games, and then I said, because I was setting the expectation as top 4, but give us 5 games and I'll reassess. And so this will be, I think, game 4 of that. Maybe in 2025. So Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, this game's even bigger now because of this win. So we put ourselves in a position to fight for something, and I'm proud of that, even though it wasn't a good game.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing is like it's a huge match because if we drop points, then we drop out of the top four. Man City will pole vault us. They'll be up a point. I mean that we won't be necessarily, I guess, worse off from our first half totals of points because we did lose to them. So I feel like a draw in this match is better than. I mean, I'll take a draw at this point in time. So,
absolutely.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess let's hit them with this, Jason. Sorry. It's time for that Jason's favorite segment of every episode of the podcast, and it is a transfer rumor time. So I'm going to start.
I'm behind here, so I get to learn all this with everyone else. If you're also behind,
well, I'm going to let you in on the biggest transfer that happened today. Chelsea signed a center back.
Yay!
Broke the world record. Paid more for a center back than has ever been paid before.
How have I missed this?
Set the record. We signed Naomi Girma. Man, the women's team. That is, Jason. Sorry, I didn't need to get your hopes up. That yeah.
Good job, women's team.
So the women's team just broke the bank. So biggest signing that we have made in a long time for Chelsea. A good signing. So she's an American center back. So got to think maybe her coach for the U.S. had a little inside feeding there. Whatever.
Hello, thank you, Emma Hayes. Thank you, Chelsea women's team, for being a great club to come play for.
Still haven't lost in the women's Premier League this year, so they're still plugging along. At least we can cheer for them.
The women's team won again. Not much to report.
Yeah, they just win. That's all they do. It's just win, win, win. And our men's team just can't do anything. So anyway, Cassidy gone more than likely. To Lazio, 13 million plus sell-on clause. Woohoo!
How much did we pay for him?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was like 8 to 10, somewhere in that range. And so that would have been a couple years ago. So we should make profit off the sale. Or maybe we did. Maybe we paid closer to 20 for him. I don't. That's back when we were overpaying for players. So it was probably closer to 20. Now that I think about it. Yeah. So the Italian stallion that just didn't do well is gone. Yeah. So let's see, where else are we on the transfer window? Oh, the big one, the big Chelsea transfer rumor is we're wanting to sign a certain player for Manchester United, a winger for Manchester United.
Okay,
Garnacho.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I've never seen a fan base not want a player more than nobody wants this guy. They want like 60 million pounds for this guy. Like,
how much?
He's been 60.
6-0?
6-0. Yeah. So
give me a break.
Yeah, and they want 60 for him. And we're trying to buy another winger when we already have a plethora of wingers, and we don't have a striker that can score consistently.
Yeah,
we lack a true stalwart at center back, and our goalkeeper shit. But we're going to sign another damn winger, and when we have Esteban coming in next summer, already signed.
On a scale of that's probably happening to bullshit rumor. Where is this Garnacho one?
Closer to happening than a bullshit rumor.
I will riot.
Yeah. So will all of that. Now, thankfully, I believe Napoli has put in a bid for him. So I've never been more hopeful that Napoli can please sign this guy. Please take him away from us so we can't sign him. Because this
And
is
United are in no position to be holding out for tons of money right now. They are
they're in crisis. But the thing is, too, is then this is my problem. This is why I said I had a rant about direction of football earlier. We just signed Tyreek George to a new contract.
Mm-hmm.
He's broken into the first team, but yet now we're going to say, oh, we're going to go sign somebody that plays the exact same position as you because why? Just let Tyreek play out there. We're trying to sign somebody supposedly to replace Mudryk, who trying to be all super soldier over there and get jacked.
Yeah.
He's a footballer. But it doesn't make any sense to me.
That's a thumbs down for me.
Yeah, big thumbs down. It's a dumb move. It's a waste of money, which exactly what we did this summer. We just wasted money on a bunch of damn players due to Dewsbury, 40 million pounds. Who else? Jurgensen, 20 million pounds. Who else did we buy this summer that was a netto was like 60 million? So it's just like we've bought all these players and none of them have produced. And I don't know. Joel Felix. What do we pay? Like 40 something for him, I believe. So we spent almost 200 million pounds on just worthless players this summer that we didn't need, that didn't fill an immediate need or hole in our team. So
it's our new era.
It is a new era. And that's what I mean. I was making the point on Twitter. I said, because they signed Tyreek George. Then they're going to bring in Garnacho. They got Esteval coming in. All they see with Tyreek George is just pure profit numbers. That's all they see with him. They promised him one thing, and now they're going to just turn around and sell him. That's all they want to do. So then you have Josh back there in the back, who's a completely capable center back, right back.
Yeah.
So he breaks. I don't know. This board is just completely incompetent. They have no clue what they're doing. Actually, I think they do know what they're doing. They just have a shit model with it. It's we're going to go buy young players and try and flip a profit for them and just hope it works out. That's what they're trying to do. And that's all they care about. It's just the bottom dollar for them. They can sit there and say they want to win championships until they're blue in the face, and I'll never believe an ounce of what they say.
You said it from the beginning, man. They're going to try to make the shareholders money.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they're
doing. They're there for. They're an investment capital firm. Like what? The people, I don't understand. People just don't think they grasp what an investment capital firm is and like what their goal is and what their job is to make people money. They don't just buy stuff to win championships. They buy and invest in something that they can sell it because it's an asset.
Yeah.
Pretty simple concept. I don't know. The board's really just pissed me off this week because they're just a bunch of dumbasses that don't know what they're doing. And then on top of that, we have Enzo's hurt in the midfield. Lavia, we don't know how long he's out for. Due to Dewsbury just sucks. Caicedo is going to die, I think, on the pitch at some point this season because we play him in every stinking freaking match, which is just overworking him way too much. So then it begs the question, what do we do about the midfield? Well, these bums are like, maybe we'll buy a midfielder. We're keeping an eye on that situation. Wait a second. We have Ukachukwu on loan at Southampton, and you have Santos who's on loan at Strasbourg. Just recall one of them. You don't have to go spend money. Just do what you did with Chalobah. Go recall somebody from the freaking loan. There's no reason to go spend money. Both of those guys have proven that they can play.
Right.
So they're just like, we're just going to spend money for the hell of it instead of investing smartly in good players that will improve your team. No. We're just going to go frivolously spend a bunch of shit here and a bunch of shit there, and it's freaking pisses everybody off.
Period.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
I've got nothing with this board there.
But I have nothing to add. It was all very well said. So
yeah, I don't know. It is what it is at this point. It's like we can sit here and rant about it, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do. shit at their jobs and they're shit at identifying talent outside of a couple.
Yeah.
That
they got lucky with.
Yeah, they got lucky with. They got lucky with Cole Palmer. They got lucky with I don't think you got lucky with Caicedo or Enzo. I mean, people knew what they were before they came in here. Really, the only one that they've actually done anything with is freaking Palmer. He's the only one that they've identified. But we all know what's going to happen in 3-4 years. They're going to sell them. So what does it matter at this point?
Yeah. Hopefully they don't.
Can't identify goalkeepers. They buy shit defenders.
I blame Potter for Sanchez.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I mean, then they go out and do this whole stupid thing with Joel Felix this summer. That's just ridiculous. Like, we had no need for him in this squad, especially when you have Chuck that was just as capable of a backup for Palmer. And it just doesn't make any sense, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. But
not much to get when you're talking about dumb people.
True. Morons, idiots, dumbasses, whatever you want to call them.
There's some quote that's like dead people don't know they're dead, so it really just only affects the living. Dumb people are the same way. Or just affects the other people that are still going on. Other dumb people are the same way. Something like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely makes sense. Yeah. I think that about wraps up the transfer news. I don't really have anything else. Nobody else. Who knows? Decency is apparently rumored to be leaving. Who knows? We're listening to offers for Felix now, apparently, who we just bought. It's just like this.
That's crazy.
It just doesn't make a lick of sense, man. It just doesn't. I don't know. But anyway, I guess we can make predictions for the weekend. For City.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't really want to either.
Yeah. Let's do this. I'm ready.
It's I have my prediction, right?
Yes.
It's at the Etihad, whatever the hell the name of their stadium is. Etihad. Holland. Okay.
Yeah. Do they have any key injuries that we need to be aware of?
I think Rodri's the only one that's hurt for them. But he's been out the whole season.
Stones is doubtful.
Oscar Bob is out. I don't like this.
Nathan McKay is doubtful. Bob is doubtful. Rodri is out. So we are missing Bads, Enzo, Slonina, Lavia, and Fofana. Still.
Yeah, Fofana is back. He is back in training today, apparently.
Wow.
Okay. Cool. Lavia, no clue how long he's going to be out for. Enzo, I think Madueka said today that he was doubtful for this weekend.
Yeah. This is not going to be fun.
No. So I would assume you're going with something at the back, like a Kukurea, Colwell. I mean, maybe Chalaba and Reese, I guess, is your back four. Maybe Tosin instead of Chalaba. I don't know. It'd be one of those two. And then I don't know what the hell the midfield's going to look like. If Enzo's out, he can't play. Then it's going to be Caicedo, I guess, Dewsbury again. God. Palmer, and then who knows who the hell starts.
Take it all in.
Just, whatever. All right. So,
yeah. I have mine.
I got my prediction.
Mine's going to be dumb, but I'm trying for it.
You ready? 1, 2, 3.
2-2.
4-1. Manchester City.
I had a feeling that was coming.
I'm just not even going to predict.
This is fun. This one is so different than what it normally is. So
it is. Normally we're like right there close to each other. Now Holland will have
we usually play to our opponent. So I'm hoping that comes true again. You're
correct. We normally do play to our opponent. I just think we're in such bad form and City is in good form now, that it's just not going to matter, and they're just going to eviscerate us. I think it's going to be an evisceration on Saturday of Chelsea, and especially since our defense sucks and our goalkeeper sucks. So,
yeah, I know. I told you it was a dumb prediction.
2-2 is fair. I mean, I think, we can score 2. Can we not let them score? I mean, and 2, it just depends on what freaking Chelsea team, like what attacking Chelsea side shows up. Is it the side that puts the ball away clinically in the back of the net, or is it the one that shoots 20 times a match and has like 2 on target?
Right.
You know, like which Chelsea attack is going to show up on Saturday or Sunday? I don't even know when the hell we play this weekend. One of those days. It's not Monday. Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday, 11:30.
Oh, the afternoon match on Saturday.
Yeah.
Or the late morning match. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, you got anything else you want to add, Jason? No?
I'm looking forward to the match for once.
Hey, I will say this. When we play Man City, Cucurella tends to be on some extra shit stir levels. So I expect Cucurella to stir the shit a little bit with Haaland on Saturday, which will be my favorite part of the match. He always does. He always does something with Haaland.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. But anyway, I guess tell the people where they can find us, Jason.
Yo, we're on Twitter still. Even though everybody seems to be mass exiting this.
We're not all the Chelsea fans. We're still there.
And we are on Instagram and Substack. Daniel writes amazing things on all of them. So we made it easy for you. Down below, you'll see the Twitter handle for all 3 at Red White Blues FC.
That's right. And listen to us on Apple or Spotify, where listen to your podcast at these days. We're there. We're also on YouTube. If you want to see our faces, they're not pretty, but don't say we didn't warn you. Anyway, yeah, like, subscribe, follow, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Click the link in the description, even though we don't have one. Whatever the hell you're supposed to say. Just, do something. Anyway, I guess until next week after we get obliterated by Man City, we'll catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
Manchester will be darker blue this Saturday. Flippity floppity.